Well, hello, Tube. We're back with some more Tommy Mann. Today we got little Lizzy. I want to talk about spoiler alert. I'm just going to give it out right there right now. I'm just going to tell you what the story's about so you don't have to read it. Um, this one was kind of gross. So you have this man, Christian. He's the lawyer. He's a lawyer, and he's described to be basically a big fat slob, kind of Ignatius O'Reilly, and he's married to a young, attractive woman, Amra, I believe her name was, and of course she is with an affair with this young musician. The whole town knows about it. He doesn't. Seems to be the common theme on these types of stories, and um, she decides that she wants to throw a party celebrating this new beer. So she gets a bunch of people together and they plan this party. And the party's coming together great, but they need a special climax of an ending, as they put it. And so they decide that her husband needs to dress up in a baby frock, which I think is it's like a little onesie dress that like little kids wear. I should probably know this. I have a daughter. I don't know this, but I think that's what it is. At least that's what sadly I had visioned in my head. And they were to basically her and her side dude were going to play the piano while he sings a song, Little Lizzy. And come party time, they do this, and during his little number, he it dawns on him what was going on, essentially, that hey, she's cheating on me with this dude, and they're making a mockery of myself, and then it sounds like he collapses and dies. The end. Um, Not my cup of tea of a story. I don't like these dang adultery stories that involve embarrassing people and things. It's not my cup of jam, and I don't. Um, but I was going to say, um, when I was reading the Thomas Mann Herman Hesse letters, um, like Thomas Mann, when he fled Germany, he left behind his journals, and he was very frightened that they'd fall into the Nazis' hands, and he did not want that to happen. And I believe his son um, went and got him, picked him up for him, or something like that. I don't remember if he. I think he made him out. I think they made it out of the country because the Germans just weren't as interested in him as he thought they would be. They as he thought they would be. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, that sounded really wrong in my head. Um, and I kind of figured like it's kind of, I don't know if it was thought or known. At least it was like at least hinted in that book that he was bisexual. So I thought maybe like the journals maybe involved like some of that, and it kind of also had it was like darker than that. But being that it was like 1930s, I figured that was like dark enough for that time period. Um, I thought it was essentially. I thought that the journals contained stuff that in by today's standards would be nothing. Essentially, I'm kind of wondering after reading this story and what was the last one? Um, uh, Tobias Mendernickel. After reading those two, I'm kind of wondering if he didn't have a super dark, twisted, sick side that maybe he didn't necessarily want the Nazis to find out about, but anybody to find out about. So, yeah. So Thomas Mann's nothing like I thought he was going to be. Essentially, I thought because him and Herman Hesse were good pals. I kind of thought that my vision of going into this of Thomas Mann was essentially a more snobbish sort of Herman Hesse, pretentious, uh, like uh, um, Book Zealot commented that sounded the story sounded pretentious. I think I kind of had in my head that Thomas Mann was just pretentious. Um, and so it's kind of interesting. This is turning out to be nothing. He's turning out to be like nothing I thought he was going to be. And although I did not like the last two stories, this one or the Tobias one, I'm um, oddly looking forward to reading on just because I have no idea where he's going to go next. The next one's called The Wardrobe. Um, but he's got this dark, twisted side to his writing that it's kind of like watching a car wreck. He's like you don't want to look, but then again, you feel compelled to look. So, Little Lizzy, did you read it? Have you read it? What'd you think of it? Did you like it? I don't know. I think it'd be a really hard one to like, just like the Tobias Mendernickel one. I think anyone who says they like Tobias Mendernickel is, I don't know, but yeah, yeah, that's it for this one, peeps. Like I said, next one is The Wardrobe. Kind of wondering what I'm getting myself into on that one now. Cheers.